Hey, Viking fans. After the Minnesota Vikings signed TJ Hawkinson long term, they focused their sights on Justin Jefferson. Let's talk about how much they're going to have to pay Justin Jefferson next in three, two, one. Gather around, school brothers and sisters. This is School World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at School World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and comment as the ticker says below. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about Justin Jefferson and how much he's going to get paid. TJ Hawkinson, Vikings, gave him just a little extra. The average worked out, but actual true value, he's only like the second highest paid tight end. But the paying him now, money is actually cheaper later. Inflation, the cap goes up. So the way his contract worked out, it made a lot of sense. And that 5th-year option that we have can just go away, and we only cost us $3 million. So we have 21 million after 5 years. So if we're thinking of that, if we're thinking that model, if TJ Hawkinson took that and Justin Jefferson takes a similar situation where he's just going to get paid a little more than the last guy, that could be a big, big deal for us. I'm excited, man. I think, can we get him re-signed before the season? Possibly. They can, they got all weekend. They got the rest of the, I would say, you know what? I'd say till about Tuesday when they start doing their install. That's usually what practice really starts, is Tuesday in a normal week. So we'll see. We'll see what they got going on. But if we may see something before Tuesday. If it doesn't happen before then, it's hit or miss. I don't know when they'll do it. I don't know if they'll do it during the season. Justin Jefferson wants to win, and that's all he cares about, I believe. And money isn't the hugest object for him, but he's smart enough to realize that he's got a whole group of people in his life probably depending on him to make a good decision. And I think he's going to keep that, and he would be dumb not to. So I think he will be the highest paid receiver. Whether or not he wants to be the highest paid quarterback is a different story. So let's just look at what wide receivers are getting and go from there. Let's bring up this article. I'm going to read it backwards because it starts from 1 to 10, and I want to go from 10 to 1. These are the 10 highest paid wide receivers in the league. Number 10 is DJ Moore, Carolina Panthers. Average value of his contract is $20.6 million. Oh, 5 years ago, or just a couple years ago, we might have been able to sneak by and get a JJ for $20 million, but that's not the case anymore. Cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. Last offseason saw DJ Moore find his way into this list with a 3-year contract extension worth $61.8 million. The 2023 season will be the first year of his extension. This cap number set to jump to $25 million this season. His extension contained $41.61 million guaranteed money, including $9.5 million sign-in bonus. So, 60% of your salary is a guarantee. That seems to be the going rate. Well, I don't know if Justin Jefferson will get I doubt he'll get a fully guaranteed contract. It just doesn't seem to happen unless it's really short. But my guess is going to be like 4. I was thinking 4, but I could see it 5 in 5 years. He's only 24 right now. Terry McLaughlin, Scary Terry. Washington Commanders average value 23.2. Terry McLaughlin, or McLaurin. Sorry, did I say McLaughlin? Terry McLaurin and the Washington Commanders agreed to a 3-year contract extension, 68.3. As part of that, there was a $28 million signing bonus, which made up for a large part. $34.6 million is guaranteed at the start of the 2023 league year. A further $12.5 million in 2024. Base salary becomes fully guaranteed. My thought is that the Vikings will eat the, it might only be like a 2 or 3-year extension because we might just eat some of his salary, and that way he can sign a third big time contract, which would be very appealing to him, but that might not keep him in Minnesota for life like we hoped. But next guy, now keep in mind we're talking about 3-year extensions here. So he's got this year, next year left on his contract. So yeah, a 5-year deal eating these last 2 years would make sense, would make a lot of sense. Deebo Samuel, San Francisco 49ers, average value 23.9. The last offseason was a rocky one for Deebo Samuel. I better do good. He's on my fantasy team on my family league. At one point, it looked like he could be out the door before eventually signing a 3-year extension worth 71.5. As part of the deal, Samuel got 41 million fully guaranteed and 58.1 million in total guarantees. Um, that didn't make much sense, but Stephon Diggs, average value 24 million, and I think he's complaining about that now. Well, Stephon Diggs is technically tied with Metcalf at 24 million average value. His contract extension has an extra year, making it worth 96 million overall. A total of 47.9 million was guaranteed at signing, including 21.9 million signing bonus. The 2023 offseason will see the 16 million option bonus triggered as his cap number climbs over 20 million this year. Wow. DK Metcalf, average value also 24 million. Another 2022 contract extension was given to DK Metcalf, and like the 3 players above him, it has a 3-year extension of that group. Metcalf deal carries the highest value at 72 million overall. There's 31 million guaranteed at signing, 14.2 million further guarantees ahead of 2023, and then another 13 million in guarantees ahead of 2024. So, yeah, you're kind of seeing where these extensions are going. These guys aren't Justin Jefferson though. Diggs is pretty close, Metcalf, dominant player. But Justin Jefferson obviously better. AJ Brown, solid player. Let's see what contract he's got. He's number 5. Following his trade to the Philadelphia Eagles on the first night of the 2022 NFL draft, that was crazy. Everybody's sending Philly their players. They just why they don't need any more. Stop sending them their players. AJ Brown joined a unique club of NFL wide receivers with a contract worth 100 million, despite being one of the just 4 players at the position with the 100 million tag. Brown is just 5th on the list of highest paid wide receivers. A touch under 40 million was fully guaranteed at signing, with another 17.2 million becoming guaranteed at the start of 2023 league year. Brown's contract remains relatively cheap in terms of cap number in 2023, 8.3 million before climbing over 27.5 million in 2024. So he's got 8 million and then he jumps to 27 cap hit in 2024. And that's something that could happen. I think if we do a extension like next year's contract, it would help that we have some cap room. It's not until 2025 where we just got tons and tons of cap room. Number 4, Cooper Kupp, Los Angeles Rams, 26.67. Coming off winning the Super Bowl MVP, Cooper Kupp topped all the other 3-year contract extensions signed in 2022. The deal is worth a total of 80.1 million, with 35 million guaranteed at signing and 75 million in total guarantees at the end of the contract. Incredibly, Kupp's cap number is set to climb to 27.8 million and is not expected to drop below 25 million until 2026. Now, it's a guy you can compare with, but Justin's so much younger and just has more better years than Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I always thought he was good back in 2018. He did a number on us. He's the guy that burned Anthony Barr for that touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, Arizona Cardinals, 27.2. Now, this guy's older, but fair comparison to Justin Jefferson. DeAndre Hopkins may be on the Cardinals anymore, but his contract still sits 3rd on the list of the highest paid wide receivers in NFL. A common theme, yeah, he's with the Tennessee Titans now. I don't know why it still says Cardinals. Average value numbers are arguably more about grabbing headlines than about long-term security. The 2023 season was set to be start of the 2-year extension worth $54.5 million, and he hasn't even reached his extension after being released by the Cardinals. Hopkins' cap number was set to blow through $30.5 million, thanks in large part to $19.45 million base salary. Nothing left on the deal is guaranteed, but due to the $27.5 million signing bonus, a $9 million option bonus, and a contract restructure in 2022, releasing Hopkins left behind $22.6 million in dead money. Yeah, they had to eat some money, but so his is 27.25. Now we're starting to get up there, right? I'm expecting Justin to be over 30 million. And we're getting there. We're getting there. The highest paid, the whole idea is that I want him to sign before someone else gets extended, right? That way we can say it's not gonna be like 35 million. The highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Okay, the Dante Adams Las Vegas Raiders averaged 28.25 million. After being traded, Devontae Adams signed a 5-year contract worth 140 million. Oh wow. So it's at 25 million. Only just 22.75 million was guaranteed. Let's see, 5 years, so 100, that's 20. 40 times 5 is it's 8. So 28 million. Okay. So 28 million. Just 22.75 million was guaranteed at signing. Another 42.92 million because guaranteed in 2023. However, the way Adams' contract set up makes it hard for the Raiders to move on before the money becomes guaranteed. Doing so would leave behind 31.4 million in dead money compared to cap number of just 14.7 million. The value of Adams' contract really becomes known in the final 3 years. His cap number will jump to 25 million in 2024, then all the way up to 44.1 million in 2025. This is the kind of shit we want to avoid. It seems unlikely we'll ever see him hit that cap number, so this will essentially end up being a 3-year deal worth just over 22 million annually. Those final 2 years will serve as leverage for Adams and his agent to push for a new contract. Yeah, that's what we don't want. So hopefully we're smart about the contract because of the cap room we have moving forward. I feel like we're going to be able to work around JJ's contract for sure. Now topping the list of highest paid wide receivers is Tyreek Hill. The speedy wide receiver agreed to the new deal after being acquired via trade from Kansas City. His 4-year, $120 million contract extension has a $25.5 million signing bonus, $52.5 million guaranteed at signing, and $72.2 million in total guarantees. Much like with Adams' contract, Hill guarantees will end after the 2024 season. At that stage, the Dolphins will have just $10.2 million in dead cap to move on as it stands, however, with the cap number of $31.45 million in 2023 and $24.8 million in 2024. You could see that landscape change heading into 25 and 26 season. So this money is 30 million a year. So 140 year, 120, 30 million a year. So that's the first guy to 30 million average contract. Will he see all of that 120? It doesn't look like it, but this is where we're at. If we sign him right now and can get Justin Jefferson for receiver money, not highest paid overall money, because there's some guys getting paid more than this. If we do that, if we could get Justin Jefferson for like 31 million a year average salary, with the salary cap keep moving up 2 years, how much room we'll have in cap room and then and beyond, and we can budget for this. We can accumulate draft picks, keep young people around our core, like Darius TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson. Who knows who else will emerge as a core player? Jordan Addison, all those guys, core players that we'll potentially have. I love it, man. Get him signed now and get him this kind of money. It'll be the smartest thing the Vikings will do. 30 million a year, man. We're looking at 30 million a year is the mark. Just above that would be awesome. If we're talking 35, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but 31, in today's market, that might be pretty awesome, man. Pat Mahomes isn't the highest paid quarterback, and he just signed a little while ago. So it all makes sense, guys. It all makes sense. If we just signed a team friendly deal with TJ Hawkinson, we can get a team friendly deal much like that. He's the highest paid tight end, right? We get the highest paid wide receiver in 1, 2, 3, 4 years. These guys won't even be top 5, top 10 paid players. So that's what it works out. Pay why it's still at least affordable, guys. That's what we're talking about. Hey, make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Send me a friendly super chat to help support the channel. I appreciate that. Skull Vikes, let's go, let's go. See you at Skullfest 2023, September 9th. Be there.